welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be sharing a brand new deck that I've just been sent by Red Feather, or as some of you will know them, Schiffer Publishing. This is the Wild Harmonic Oracle produced by Gabriel J. Merrihew. As you can see, it comes in a beautiful hexagonal purple and turquoise box. It is really quite pretty, so bright and beautiful, as you can see. And on the back here, it says, "The dawn of the waking dreamer is upon us." Now, for those of you who were expecting hexagonal shaped cards, as you may read now, these are circular cards and there are 65 of them. They illustrate subtle yet practical relationships among the elements of earth, water, fire, air, spirit, celestial, dimensional, and an eighth element called shadow. The play between these cards provides readers with insight into their journeys of ascension, the rising from earth to dimensional, and the path of return is our embodiment on earth. So I've already been in this box. The cards are in perfect order. I will apologise. However, I couldn't resist having a look as soon as it arrived. As you can see, the guidebook is indeed hexagonal. This hexagonal shape is not symmetrical, so the guidebook only fits in one way. As you can see, the cards are loose because I have actually removed the cellophane. There was some plastic wrapping around these cards, hold them nice and sturdy, but I couldn't resist and I had to have them out. The packaging itself is really nice and sturdy, so it's great for display if you're wanting to keep your deck on display. So I'll just pop that to one side, and the cards, which we'll look at soon, I'm just going to put there. And we'll have a look at this guidebook. You cannot, or well, you may be able to, but I couldn't read these cards without this guidebook. It is an oracle deck, and the guidebook is really informative. It's got a beautiful message at the start of it that says that the deck and book are dedicated to all those who do not yet know that they know. I think that's really sweet. These three next yellow pages, 1, 2, 3 of them, are the contents. And they are going to be essential to you because, as you can see, it gives you information on each card and where to find them. And I'll give you another little tip about how to find the cards in a minute. There's so much, there's a wealth of information in this book. So you've got a foreword, which is a lovely bit of information about how this deck's basically being produced. And then you've got information with playing with the cards. And when I say playing, it's not like a game. They are oracle cards, they're not playing cards, but it gives you information about the Wild Harmonic Oracle cards and how to use them. And then we've just got pages and pages now about the different energies. So as you can see, the elements here, elemental ascension, the 5 elements and beyond, explains what the elements are. And then we have about the initiation and dogma and the energies and progressions and centres of energy. And you can see here the list there of earth, water, fire, air, spirit, celestial and dimensional. And it explains here sort of where they are and how they feel and where they're located in the body as well. Really nicely done. Note on the colours in the deck. I always find colours really important, and it explains about the theory of using colour and how this deck does follow a colour scheme loosely. And then it explains about the card rotation and the 7 main energies. And then it tells you about how to read with the cards and how you can basically change your deck size by removing cards and adding cards. And then it gives you a 1-card reading setup there. And you have other ways to explore the elements and how to ground your reading, how to use the shadow cards, how to use the energy centres, how to use the elemental accumulation, relating elements together, how to use the shadow cards, loads and loads of information. So it's got shadow play readings there. And then eventually we get onto this section, the cards. Now each, so you get a double page here. Well, I'll just show you this first. It gives you a card guide. So it explains, you get the title, the image of the card, the elemental relationship, what meditation you are advised to do, and the inquiry. So if you have a look at this, for example, you get a full colour picture of a card and the title of the card. And then you get the information, the meditation and the inquiry. So that's the same for all of the cards. Now, finding the cards are a bit difficult because the cards are actually numbered. So you can either use the contents, which I found difficult to find the right one, or you do what I do, turn the book this way and flick through until you see the card that you've just found and read from there. So I sort of do this until I find the card. And then at the end of the book, we've got the information on the shadow cards. And then we have, somewhere around here, presence of absence. No, that's not the correct page I'm looking for. So yeah, we have an afterwards about this deck. So rather than just a forward, we have an afterward. And then we have some information on Gabe Marihugh. He's an artist, a mystic, a musician, and a teacher of meditation, subtle energy and sacred ritual. He's also a doctor of divinity and lifelong inquiry into the subtle, poetic, hidden and empowering arts. Gabe's been studying and practicing meditation and myriad esoteric teachings for over 30 years, and he teaches regular classes. So this is, I love the name of it because obviously he's a musician, and harmonic is a music term in meaning harmonious, happy, content. So I, being a musician myself, was looking forward to seeing this deck and looking forward to getting into it. You can see the card backs are just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. They're all the same, and the edging's white. Just love it. I love the purple and turquoise. The cards are not in order. I do apologise. I have shuffled them. I have used them already. But some of the imagery is just really, really lovely. So you can hear see here you've got the air of dimensional, always, already. Sometimes the message is sort of already here for you as an oracle card, if you will. The spirit of dimensional, entering discovery. And then we have celestial of air, spiral time. I love the spiral. Just got to keep turning them the right way up, sorry. So dimensional of air, ceaseless beginning. Shadow of water, bleeding together. So you can see the shadow cards there. I've got that black border rather than the white border. Earth of water, shadow guardian. The artwork's really quite pretty. Water of water, transceptive resonance. Fire of water, state change. I love the image of the butterflies coming out of the body there. Then we have celestial of earth, body wisdom. Dimensional of earth, unique frequency. So you can see there are colour schemes. Shadow of air, and then we've got like this beautiful yin yang here. Negation trance. Earth of air, wisecraft. So you can see the earth cards are sort of green. Water of air, collective insight. I do love how it's so symmetrical. Fire of air, empowerment, discernment. Air of air, chaotic return. Spirit of air, immune system. And it looks like a shield, doesn't it? It's really well thought out, some of the imagery. Shadow of spirit, not worthy. Earth of spirit, nurturing boundaries. Water of spirit, ineffable delight. Ooh. Fire of spirit, talismanic access. Then we have air of spirit, hidden alley. I love the hands and the hands. I just think the artwork's really lovely and modern. Spirit of spirit, experimental inquiry. Celestial of spirit, leap of faith. Dimensional of spirit, total freedom. Spirit of fire, internal validation. Celestial of fire, true will. Dimensional of fire, infinite expressions. Shadow of fire, inflammatory response. Earth of fire, unfolding path. Water of fire, subconscious reflection. I love that card. I love how it looks like an eye. And then we have shadow of dimensional, quandary crossroads. And I like these dramatic theatre masks. It's just the artwork's really me. I think it's just really, really nice. Water of Earth, and I love this image as well. Nourishing roots. Look like tree roots, but they're all spirals and swirls. And it almost looks like it's gold, but it's just beautiful. Fire of Earth, Primal Pulse. And then we have Earth of Shadow, Heavy Matters. Water of Shadow, Cast About. Fire of Shadow, Snuffed Out. Water of Dimensional, Watercourse Way. Fire of Dimensional, Self-Creating. Celestial of Dimensional, Original Wakefulness. Earth of Dimensional, Creating Sacred. I love these footprints, so cute. Air of Shadow, Unseating Anxiety. What a card, look at those eyes. Spirit of Shadow, Star-Crossed. Celestial of Shadow, Misleading Mind. Air of Earth, Shared Breath. Spirit of Earth, Visceral Listening. Then we have Shadow of Celestial, Us and Them. Earth of Celestial, Radical Potential. Water of Celestial, Dreaming Layers. Fire of Celestial, Sovereign Equality. Air of Celestial, Spectral Maps. Oh. Fire of Fire, Force of Nature. It looks like a hand, but all the fingers are like chimneys. And then we have Air of Fire, Uplifting Vision. Let's spin this round again. Presence of Absence. And it's like one of them sort of optical illusions with Pac-Man's in the corner. I don't know how I see Pac-Man, but I do. Tell me if you see it as well. Dimensional of Dimensional, Deeper Self. I love that it's like looking up to the sky and looking at the moon. And then we have Air of Water, Intuitive Navigation. Spirit of Water, Tantric Trust. Celestial of Water, Empathic Offering. I like that the arms are actually like the waterway there. Dimensional of Water, Holistic Synergy. And you can see here that this card here is taken as inspiration for the cover artwork for the actual packaging. Then we have Shadow of Shadow, Self-Destruction. And then we have Spirit of Celestial, Dream Speaking. Celestial of Celestial, Immaculate Imperfection. I like that this is a solar system here. Dimensional of Celestial, Victorious Silence. Earth of Earth, Ground of Being. And Dimensional of Shadow, Perfect Circle. And finally we have Shadow of Earth, Courteous Designs. So I'm just going to give them a shuffle. They have been shuffled but not perfectly, so there's some in order and some not quite in order. I'm going to give them a shuffle so you can see how lovely and smooth they are, just to let you know that shuffling a circular deck is just the same as shuffling a standard shaped deck. The card quality is lovely. It's a matte finish. The cards aren't thin, they aren't particularly thick, but they're just really, really nice to work with. Good quality. So I'll give them a shuffle and we'll find a card, one that pops up at some point, I'm sure. We'll see what reading we get from this deck, because working with new kind of shapes is always sort of interesting. I like a card to sort of pop out for me. That's where I go. Oh, yeah, we'll go actually with that one. So I'm just going to show you how I would find the meaning. So we have here Earth of Earth, Ground of Being. So what I tend to do, where have I put my instruction book? I've put it back in the box, haven't I? What I tend to do is I'll take the instruction book, or the guidebook, sorry, and I'll have a look at the image on the card, because finding Earth of Earth in the contents will take me a little while. So I look at that image and I keep it there to one side, and I go like this, and I can see the cards, and I go, oh, and literally find the image, and that didn't take me long at all. Find the image and then take the meaning. So if we take this card here, for example, that we've just got, we can see it means, as the earth energies meet themselves, an undeniable potency of presence is revealed to permeator. And then it says about how you can meditate: stability, grounding, presence, patience, and hidden power. And the inquiry: what power am I not seeing because it's so obvious? So there's some really good information there, and you can use these cards on their own. You can use them to create like a whole reading with, if you will, or you can use them, as I do, with tarot and maybe a rune card. I use them to complement other divination techniques. So this is the Wild Harmonic Oracle. Absolutely beautiful deck, available via Schiffer Publishing or Red Feather. I will show you now the price. It is $26.99. It's beautiful. It is available via Amazon as well, I think, but I would rather you went through Red Feather direct, or if you just had a look online, see what you can find. But this deck is absolutely lovely. Have you got it? Are you fancying it? What do you think of this, having seen the video? Let me know your comments, and how many of you are happy with working with circular decks. I remember the first circular deck that I ever worked with was this one here, which is the Wild Unknown. And I remember shuffling these cards. I'm throwing them everywhere now. I remember shuffling these cards, and they're a bit bigger, and thinking, oh, this isn't working for me. But actually, I really like it. And I liked having them circular cards. This is obviously a lot smaller than that. They're just really easy to shuffle. So I'm not against circular decks. I quite like them now. I used to joke that they look like coasters for coffees or teas, but actually I quite like them. Let me know what your thoughts are anyway. Let me know what you think of this beautiful deck. I love it, and I can't wait to use it in most of my readings. Thank you for watching. Take care.